Welcome to my channel. I am Maricita Colors in English. Today we are in one workshop here in Germany. Now is 12 and 30 minutes. Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I will show you how you can begin a nice blanket. Here I use the hook number 4 millimeters, and this is acrylic yarn, and it's like wool. It's very teeny, and look, I made in crochet squares, little squares, like my blanket in knitting. I made a nice blanket in knitting. Here on my channel you can find the pattern. I will let you the pattern of the blanket in knitting with the squares, the step by step, here on the comments and on the description box. Or you can find it like blanket, knitted blanket Maricita. This is my name, Maricita Colors in English. I have my channel in Spanish, so you can watch my patterns in Spanish too. Here I will show you how I finish this row, but with another yarn I will show you how you can begin to make your blanket. This video will stay here, so you can repeat it the times that you prefer. I made the squares with 8 stitches, 2, 4, 6, and 8. And here too, I have 8. Every square has 8 stitches. This is crochet, but I use the same names in knitting, like this. For example, in knitting, this is the knit stitch and the purl stitch. And we change every, you must have for the squares the same wide, the same long. This depends of your yarn and needles or hook. Don't must be exactly, don't worry. But you can make the squares approximately, no? The same wide. By example, here I have approximately, in knitting, this is knitting, I have 5 centimeters of wide. So of long, I have 5 centimeters too. How many rows I have here? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. So every 12 rows, I change the stitches. Where was the purl, I made the knit, and when I made the 12 rows of knit, I change again for the purl. It's very easy. For both sides, it's the same, look. This is knitting, but this is crochet. So I give to this stitch, knit a stitch, and this horizontal stitch, I say purl stitch. Every 6 rows, I change the stitches. I use the hook number 4 millimeters. I will show you how is this stitch. I use the double stitch or the double crochet in relief or on relief. En español, vareta en relieve. Look, now I will make 8 knit stitches. Don't worry, I will show you how you can begin. No, only I will finish this row. Yarn over. Here I find the knit stitch, so I insert the hook like this. Yarn over, we pass the yarn for the stitch. I make like this for that it's not so tight. Yarn over, I pass for 2. Yarn over, and I pass for 2. This is the same double crochet, only that we catch the stitches of another way. Normalerweise or usually we make the stitches like this. The double crochet, we insert here, we bring 1 loop, yarn over, we pass for 2, and yarn over, and we pass for 2. This is the double crochet, the normal. But now I make en relieve. Here I find the knit stitch. We pass or insert the hook, yarn over. We pass the yarn through the stitch. We have 3 loops, yarn over, we pass for 2, and we pass for 2. So every square has 8 stitches. You must calculate with your yarn and hook. You must make a little pattern, and you can calculate how many stitches you need for that you make one blanket. By example, one blanket for babies can be 60 times or 60 centimeters of wide for 60, that is German, sorry. Actually, I live in Germany, so sometimes I confuse the words. Thank you for your like. We will make a nice workshop in live today. We will make the blanket in crochet, okay? So, one blanket can be 70 centimeters of wide for 70 centimeters of long, or 80 centimeters of wide for 80 centimeters of long, 90 centimeters of wide for 90 centimeters of long, or 1 meter or 100 centimeters and 100 centimeters of long. My blanket that I made in knitting that is ready here on my channel. I will let you the pattern on the comments and on the description box when I finish this workshop. This is, I think, 90 centimeters of wide for 90 centimeters of long. But you will see on my pattern, okay? Thank you to be here. We are in live, and I will show you how you can begin your blanket. So we make only knit stitches. The double crochet on relief. The last stitch are these the chains of the beginning of the previous row. So I insert the hook from the front to the reverse and yarn over, and we finish making the double crochet. Look, when we make the knit, in the reverse is the purl stitch. It's the same in knitting. Here too is the same. Here is the purl, and in the reverse is the knit stitches. Here I have 8. Every square has 8 stitches. So I have here 8, 4 times 32 double crochet in the beginning. For that I have 32 double crochet in the beginning, I must count like 31 plus 3 chains. So it's 31 chains plus 3 is 34. So is to have 32 double crochet, I will make 34 chains in the beginning. By example, you calculate for 10 squares, by example, from 8. 10 times 8 is 80 double crochet. For that I have 80 double crochet in the beginning, I will make 79 plus 3, 79, 80, 82 stitches. So always will be 2 stitches more. By example, 80 double crochet, you must make plus 2 stitches, so it will be 82 chains in the beginning. If you want to make 20 squares of 8, it will be 160 double crochet in the beginning, by example. So for that I have in the first row the 160 double crochet, I will make 162 chains. This is the trick. So I will continue First, I will show you how you must begin your blanket. Blanket, colcha o manta en español. I will find, always I lost, where is the beginning? Thank you to be here. I am Maricita Colors in English. Here on my channel you can find patterns, crocheted patterns, and knitting or knitted patterns. I speak Spanish, and actually I live in Germany. Now here is 12 and 40 minutes in the afternoon. So look, this yarn, the trick for to make this stitch, you need a lot of yarn because it's tight. So you must use not so teeny hooks. You must use a little, how is in English, grueso, en español, let me see, grueso, no so teeny, grueso en inglés, thick. You must use the hook thick, okay? By example, in this pattern that I make, in this mount, I will have this pattern. I use the hook number 5 millimeters, and the yarn was a little for 3 or 4 millimeters. And look, the work is thick. So for that your work is not so tight, remember use a hook not so teeny, a little thick, please, okay? If not, you will use a lot of wool or yarn. You can make of cotton, of acrylic, of yarn, or of wool, like you prefer. Let me see, I will see here in the computer. I want to see my life. I want to see, let me see, one moment. Thank you to be here and subscribe here on my channel, Maricita Colors in English. It's total free. Remember, activate the bell to receive the post when I have a new video here on my channel. I can find it. Let me see, please. Let me see. Here it is. Okay. I will show you how you must begin our nice pattern. Here, don't let me enter. A moment, please. Here, English. I can see, I can watch my video in live. Thank you for your like. And we will make the blanket with this yarn. Look, this yarn is a little thick, so I will use filage, maybe a hook not so teeny. The 5 is a little teeny. I will use these 6 millimeters, and we will see how is the work. Thank you for your like, my dear friends. And we will make the same number of stitches. Here I have 32 stitches. 8 times 4 is 32. 32 plus 2 stitches, it will be 34 chains. For that I have 32 double crochet. We will begin. This is the way that I begin the chains. Look, we involve 2 times. Here I made like a loop. You can make like this too. Look, the yarn like this. You cut here and we turn. This is the same. This is the first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 cadenetas. I will make 34. Thank you for your like. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. 30. 31, 32, 33, and 34 stitches or chains. If I want to have 32 double crochet, I must make 2 stitches more. If you want make, by example, 50 double crochet in the beginning, you must make 52 chains. Remember, every square you can make of the numbers that you prefer. I make here with 8 stitches, but you can make 10, 12, 14, 20 for that if you want a big squares. But always remember every square must have the same number, 8, 8, 8, and 8. If you make 10, it will be 10, 10, 10, and 10. 10 stitches in every square, 4 times is 40 double crochet in the beginning. For that I have 40 double crochet, I will make 42 chains. So here I will make 32 double crochet in this first row. I use the hook number 6 millimeters. So we begin, chicas. The first row only we will make double crochet. I will insert the hook in the third chain, 1, 2, and 3, and I will make 1 double crochet, vareta or punto alto en español. Again, we insert, yarn over, we bring 1 loop, we have 3 loops, yarn over, we pass for 2, yarn over, and we pass for 2. This is the double crochet. We insert, we bring 1 loop, yarn over, we pass for 2, yarn over, and we pass for 2. Look, the first chains are or represent the first double crochet. Like this, I will make 32 double crochet, like we calculate. Thank you to be here on my channel, Maricita Colors in English. I have patterns of knitting and crochet. I have almost 300 patterns of all a little. Beanie hats, headbands, sweaters, blankets. I have applications, or appliqué. To find my patterns, only you must write, by example, beanie hats, Maricita, headbands, Maricita, vest, Maricita, boleros, Maricita, and so on. So here I will have 32 double crochet, 32 varetas en español. Remember that you must use the hook not so teeny because this stitch, the double crochet on relief, take a lot of yarn. By example, for this blanket that you see here on the table, until now I will show you how many yarns I use. This is the yarn that I use. It's acrylic yarn. I will show you. Look, I have here, I must you. 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is the 4. 4 balls of 50 grams. Here I have approximately 200 grams of yarn. And the weight of my blanket is 70 centimeters. I will try to make more squares for that I can have a little longer my blanket. In every row I have 12 squares. Okay, we continue. I must have 32 double crochet. The yarn is teeny. is for use hook number 3 or 4, but I use the 6 millimeters because I want to see that the work is not so tight. More tight, more yarn that you will use. Maybe in this blanket, I use 300 grams, I think, of yarn because the knitting is teeny. But all depends how you want your blanket. This stitch you can use for Benny hats. I have a Benny with this double crochet on relief. You can use too for sweaters, blankets, for vests. It's fair or very warm because the thread, it will be a little thick like this. Look, it's not teeny, it's very warm. Thank you for your like. Thank you, my dear Prashant Bar. Thank you to be here, my dear friend. Okay, I will count because we must have 32 double crochet. Look, with this hook and this yarn is whiter, the work. And look here, we have the same number of stitches and it's little. The yarn is teeny, but I use the 4 millimeters in this pattern. So for this is not so wider. We will count, okay? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32 double crochet. So look here, I have a little more stitches, but we can pull and ready. Okay, now I will begin to make the squares. You will see how I make the squares. Hello, Mom. I am from India, and you? Thank you to be here, my dear. I am from Peru, Latin America, but actually I live in Germany. Thank you for your like. Muchas gracias. 2 chains, like the first double crochet, we turn the crocheted work, and here I will begin with the squares. I will begin with 8, for example. One tip: when the yarn of the begin is in the right side, to me this is the front of the work, okay? I will begin with the knit stitch. I will make 8 knit stitches. Okay, empezamos. We begin. Yarn over. This first double crochet is from these 2 chains. So we must go into the next double crochet, into the second. Here I will make the knit stitch. Yarn over. We insert in this arc previous and before. This is super easy to me, the knit stitch on relief. Yarn over, we pass the yarn for the stitch, for the double crochet. We make like this, not so tight, a little loose, because this stitch make a little tight the work. Remember, yarn over, we pass for 2, yarn over, and we pass for 2. I will make 8. These first chains represent the first double crochet or knit stitch. Yarn over, and we repeat. We make the double crochet on relief. Yarn over. Thank you for your like, and don't forget subscribe you to my channel for that you don't forget or don't lost my workshops in life. I must make 8. I calculate for every square with 8 stitches, every square. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 7. And the knit stitch number 8. This is the number 8. Okay, we finished the first square of knit stitches. Now we will make the purl stitch. I will make a little the yarn. Thank you for your like. And remember that you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and now TikTok. Maricita Colors 2024 is my account. Okay. Look, we make here the knit stitches. On the reverse is the purl stitch. Now I will make 8 purl stitches. The purl stitch is like horizontal, like lines, look. You can see the double crochet there in the back, but close, like elastic. Okay, chicas, we continue. Thank you for your like. I will make the 8 purl stitches, yarn over into the next double crochet. We insert from the reverse to the front, and we pass the double crochet, and we go again to the reverse. Yarn over, we pass the yarn for the stitch. Look, you must let a little, not so tight. From the reverse to the front, again to the reverse, and this is the reverse. Yarn over, we pass the yarn for the stitch. We let a little yarn. Yarn over, we pass for 2, yarn over, and we pass for 2. And begin or appears this line. Again, yarn over from the front or from the reverse to the front, and again to the reverse. Yarn over, we pass the yarn for the stitch. Yarn over, we pass for 2, yarn over, we pass for 2. And we repeat 8 times because my design is 8 knit and 8 purl stitch in every square. But you can make like you prefer. You can make 10, 12. But remember, every square must have the same number of stitches for that our work is uniform. Okay, I will count 2, 4, 6. 6 double crochet or purl stitches. And we continue. 7, 7 en español, and 8, 8. And look, here appears these stitches, this line, horizontal, in relief, on relief. Now, 8 knit stitches. The knit stitch is easier for me, to me. Thank you for your like, and remember that you can be a member of my channel to collaborate with the workshops in live. Thank you. And if you like my videos, if you watch some patterns, you can to make the with the button of thank you, you can collaborate with my patterns too. Thank you. 2, 4, 6, 7, and 8. 8 knit stitches. 8 knit stitches. So we repeat: 8 knit, 8 purl, 8 knit, 8 purl. Now we will make the 8 purl stitches. Thank you for your like. If you watch this video, you can let me your like for that more people can watch my workshop. Thank you. Okay, now we make the purl stitches from the reverse to the front. We pass the double crochet and we go again to the reverse. Yarn over, we bring 1 loop. Yarn over, we pass for 2. Yarn over, and we pass for 2. When you make the knit, in the reverse is the purl, and when you make the purl, in the reverse is the knit stitch. It's the same like in knitting. Look, this is knit, and here is the purl. This is the purl, and here is the knit. Look, it's very nice. A lot of people ask me how I join the squares. And we don't join the squares, we make together. But the nice is that the people that doesn't know, is a lot of people that doesn't know to knitting, so they think that we must sew, because the work is very nice, really. It's give this sensation that we sew something. This is nice. Nice that people can learn to this beautiful stitch. So now I will make only purl stitches. The last 8 purl stitches. At the end of this pattern, on the comments and on the description box, I will let you this blanket that I have in a pattern and in video ready here on my channel, and I will let you to on the description box, in the comments and on the description box. Or you can find my patterns when you write, by example, knitted blanket Maricita or Benny's Maricita, by example. Here I make the purl stitch, and look, I want that you have the attention in the last stitch. The last stitch are these chains, okay? So we must make like the purl stitch from the reverse to the front. Yarn over, we bring the yarn. Now we have 3 loops, yarn over, we pass for 2, yarn over, and we pass for 2. And ready. And look the size with the hook number 6 millimeters. You can see that with this little pattern, you can see how many squares you need to have 1 meter or 80 centimeters or 70 centimeters. For a blanket for a baby, you don't need to make so wide or so long. I made a lot of blankets for my family and friends. It's a nice present to give, to make for a new baby. My friend in Lima, I come from Lima, Peru. My friend, until now, the kids maybe is 20 years old. And my friend that I give the present of the blanket, until now, 20 years later, she has the blanket. And I feel so good for this. So you can give a present for all the life. Hola, my dear Fedam, or Bedam. Thank you to be here. Okay, we finished the first row. Remember, when the yarn of the beginning is in the right side, to me, this is the front of the work. The work, both sides is the same, but when I make the change of the squares, I always make this in the front of the work. For this is important only for this, okay? Okay, to begin the next row, we make 2 chains like the first double crochet. We turn the crocheted work, and now only we must make the same stitches that we find. Here we find the horizontal, so this is the purl stitch. Yarn over, we find the, oh, sorry, no, this is the knit stitch, and this is the line, sorry. Here we must make the knit stitches, but they are so similar that you must look a lot. Thank you for your like. Muchas gracias. Okay, now we make the 8 knit stitches. This is the first. To me, this is easier, the knit stitch. You can repeat this video the times that you want to learn the stitch. I have one pattern too in crochet of a bunny hat with this nice fantasy stitch. I make squares and different colors, and I will let you this pattern on the comments and on the description box. So we repeat only knit stitches. I must make the long of this square with the similar centimeters of white. In the next row, I will show you. Here I make the knit stitch, 8. The first chains are the first knit stitch. When it's purl, these chains always represent the first stitch. Hola, my dear Carlita, ¿cómo estás? Guten Tag. Oh, it's so nice see you always. Thank you to be here. Vielen Dank, my dear Carla. Carlita, we say in Spanish. Thank you, my dear. Okay, we find the 8 purl stitches. We open a little the stitches from the reverse to the front, again to the reverse, yarn over, and we make the double crochet. I will make a little rápido, schnell, or quickly for show you how you can calculate or how you must make the squares in your work. This works in knitting or in crochet. The squares don't must be exactly the same centimeters. Don't worry, okay? Thank you for your like, my dear friends. Hola, querida Ethel. Thank you to be here. Muchas gracias. We're in a chat live now here in Germany. Is 13 en español. Is 13 Uhr und 7 Minuten or no, this is German. 1 and 7 minutes in the afternoon. Okay, now that we finished the 8 purl stitches, 2, 4, 6, 8, we make the 8 knit stitches. When you begin to make this, little to little, you will recognize the stitches, which is the knit and which is the purl, don't worry. So for that you don't use so many yarn, remember make your blanket with a thick hook. I use this, that is a little teeny filage or maybe for 3 or 4 millimeters hook, and I use the 6 millimeters. But remember, try that you make a little pattern for that you can watch how is your work. If it's tight, if it's loose, this is important, okay? Don't guide only of my stitches because a lot of people sometimes make the same numbers that I make, but they use another hook, another needles, another yarn, and maybe the thread is a little big or is not so big or little. So this is important. Now we make the purl stitches, the 8 purl stitches. I will finish this row and I will read your comments. Thank you for your likes, my dear friends. Here I will finish the row with the purl stitch. Look, important. This is the chains of the beginning of the previous row. So we insert from the back to the front, yarn over, and now we have the 3 loops and we pass from 2 in 2. Now, again, 2 chains like the first double crochet and we turn the crocheted work. And look, very nice. Ah, Ethel, desde Argentina. ¿Cómo estás, querida Ethel? Nunca te he visto en mi canal en español. Yo tengo mi canal en español y en las tardes también tenemos talleres. Muchas gracias por estar aquí, querida Ethel. ¿Qué hora es en Argentina? What time is in Argentina? Okay, I will show you. Now that we made this little pattern, we can see how many centimeters has my squares. zum Beispiel. By example, we will make here in the knit stitches, we have 7 centimeters of white. So I must make 7 centimeters of long. For that, is like 1 square. Don't must be exactly, don't worry. By example, here I use the 4 millimeters and it's very tight, the work, look. But it's very nice too. So here I have, by example, 5 centimeters of white and 5 centimeters of long. Don't must be exactly. It can be some centimeters more or little millimeters. I know that in English is in inches, but you can see now in YouTube. What say, Audrey? Did you miss the first at the beginning? Can you go slowly on the second pattern? You can repeat, my dear Audrey. You can repeat this workshop. Will stay here. Don't worry. We will make again. So here I have 7 centimeters of white of every square, so I will make 7 centimeters of long. Look, here I make the 2 chains like the first double crochet, and here I will make the knit stitches. So now only we repeat all until that we have approximately the same number of centimeters in white. If you have some Beispiel, by example, 10 centimeters here in the square, so you must make 10 centimeters of long. And for the front of the work, this is the front of the work to me, you will change. Where we find the knit, I will begin the purl. And when we find the purl, we change for the knit stitches. It's easy, chicas. Don't worry. And it's very warm, this blanket, this stitch. You need a little more of yarn, but it's very nice. It's like squares, look. So I make the alternative because a lot of people doesn't know or don't know to make a knitting. So for this, I make the alternative in crochet. Thank you for your like. Muchas gracias. Now I will repeat the 8 purl stitches from the reverse to the front and again to the reverse. Always these stitches close a little, like a stretch, so you must open a little. You must help you with your fingers. From the reverse to the front and again to the reverse. And we make the double crochet. Thank you for your like. I will try to make this week the workshops. When I have a lot of people and have a lot of likes, I will make more workshops here on my channel Maricita Colors in English. I speak a little German. Ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch auch, aber ich weiß es nicht, wie viele Deutsche kann schauen my videos. So, wenn du Deutsch bist, you can schreiben mir. Danke. Vielen Dank. Muchas gracias. Okay, now I find the 8 knit stitches from the front to the reverse and again to the front. This is easy. En español, knit stitch punto derecho and purl stitch punto revés. It's be like reverse, revés. Reverse, revés. Ist die gleiche, is the same for us in español. Hook, aguja o ganchillo en español. Yarn, hilo en español. Colcha is blanket. Colcha, manta en español. Elizabeth Sepúlveda desde Osorno de Chile. Hola, querida Elizabeth. Thank you. Gracias to be here. It's nice. A lot of people of a lot of countries we can find us here with the same hobbies like crochet. Sometimes it's not only hobby. You can make for sale too, benny hats or baby shoes and so on. Okay, now I find the 8 purl stitches yarn over. We help us always with our fingers from the reverse to the reverse again, the yarn over, and we pass the yarn through the stitch. We have 3 loops, yarn over, we pass for 2, yarn over, we pass for 2. This is the purl stitch, punto revés en español. Reverse, from the reverse to the front and again to the reverse, yarn over, we pass for the stitch, yarn over, we pass for 2 and 2. With this yarn and with this hook, it's really easy to make this fantasy stitch. For the blanket that I have on the table, I use the 5 millimeters, and it's a little longsome, it's a little slowly, but this video I will make the pattern here on my channel soon. Thank you for your like. We find the last stitch that are the chains of the beginning of the previous row, yarn over, from the reverse to the front, yarn over, we pass the yarn through the stitch, we let a little yarn, yarn over, we pass for 2, yarn over, and we pass for 2. Now we have almost 4 centimeters. So it's easy with this yarn and with this hook. This is my recommendation. Try to use the hook not so teeny. Here I find the knit stitch. You can look for, be sure, knit and purl. The purl are like lines horizontal. Horizontal is the same in English. En español es horizontal. I think it's the same. Vertical and horizontal. Okay, the 2 chains are of this last stitch of the previous row, so we always must go into the second. The knit stitch is easy. Yarn over, we open the stitches with our fingers because always they close a little. And we make the double crochet, vareta o punto alto en español. Thank you to be here and give one like to my video. To make this blanket with this yarn and with this hook, maybe you can need 6, not 600, no, it can be 300 or 400 grams of yarn, maybe. 600 grams is auf Deutsch. Vielleicht mit 500 grams of yarn or 400 grams of yarn, you can make 300, 400 grams. The blankets maybe not so big. Remember, for the babies, you don't need to make so big your blanket. Thank you to subscribe you and activate the bell to receive the post when I have a workshop or a new pattern. My new video in Spanish is this. Is attache, a bag, a bolso, for handy, for cell phone. Look, this is only single crochet. I made in one piece, This week I will have the translation in English. I have ready this pattern on my channel in Spanish. What size hook? I use the number 6 millimeters now. But you must use not so teeny hook, I say. This is my recommendation. This is the knit stitch. We only repeat the stitches, okay? I want make until that we have one square, the same centimeters. Don't must be exactly sure. Can be a little bigger. Oh, look, a moment. My computer has not the accu. I must 1 minute. I think it's fertig, ready. What size hook? Same. Okay. I told you this is the 6 millimeters hook. Okay, we find the last 8 purl stitches from the reverse to the front and again to the reverse. We pass through the stitches and we make the 8 purl stitches. 8 puntos revés. Purl stitch punto revés. Stitch punto en español. Remember, let me your like for that I can see if you want that I make workshops every day. Thank you, thank you. Okay, we find the last chains and we make the purl stitch from the reverse to the front. Yarn over, we pass the yarn through the stitch. Now we have 3 loops. Yarn over, we pass for 2 and we pass for 2. And look how many centimeters I have here. Let me see, okay? With this yarn and with this hook, I have approximately 30 centimeters. So 3 times it will be 90 centimeters of white with 3 times this pattern. So 4 por 3, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 times 12, 12 squares. I will have 90 centimeters because I have here 30 centimeters of white. So like this, you can calculate the white. If you want not so big, not so wide, you can make 70 centimeters or 80 centimeters, 90 centimeters. And to make 90 centimeters, I must make 3 times this pattern. So I have 32 double crochet, 3 times, 30, 60, 90, 2, 4, 6, 96 double crochet. For that I have 96 double crochet, I must make 98 chains in the beginning. With this yarn and with this hook, remember. Okay, to begin the next row, 2 chains, we turn the crocheted work, we are for the front again. And now here I have 5 centimeters, approximately. And here we have 7. If I make 1 row more, it will be almost 7. Okay, but I make always the change of the stitches for the front of the work. So we will see, I will make the 8 knit stitches, 8 puntos derechos. Ravi Chandran. I have one poncho in knitting and in crochet. I have a cape. The cape you can close the lateral and it's like a poncho. You can find it here on my channel. You must write here on YouTube. You must try or write poncho, knitted poncho Maricita or knitted cape Maricita. This is where is my name here for that you see how you can write Maricita. To find my patterns, only write the pattern, the names. Hola Elizabeth, I love crochet. You are really pretty. Oh, thank you very much, my dear. Where are you from? Okay, now I make 8 purl stitches, 8 puntos revés. If I forget to make the links on the comments and on the description box, bitte, please write me on the comments, okay? If you want to see all my patterns, you can see my Instagram, Maricita Colors. It's in Spanish, but you can write me in English, not problem. In English and German too. Now I made 8 knit stitches, 8 knit, 8 purl. But you can make your own design. Tú puedes hacer tu propio diseño. Muchas gracias por estar aquí, and remember that you can find me on my channel in Spanish too. Here I have almost 5 30 or 5 centimeters and half. Hello, you are from Australia. I speak German. Oh, sehr gut. Wir können sprechen ein bisschen auf Deutsch auch. Wie geht's? Wie viel Uhr ist es jetzt in Australia? Le pregunto, I ask what time is now in Australia to Elizabeth. Beautiful name, Elizabeth. Now I make the purl stitches. I only want to finish the next row. For that I show you when I have the square and how I change the stitches. Oh, 10 and 27 p.m. Wow, it's in the night. Are you Spanish? Ja, ich bin nicht Spanisch. Ich komme aus Südamerika, aus Peru, the Land von den Incas, Incasland in Latinoamerika. Aber ich wohne zurzeit hier in Germany, in Deutschland. Thank you, thank you. Look. Okay, we finish this row and we begin again 2 chains like the first double crochet. We turn. And here, look, we make the stitches, Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you for your like too. Okay, we make, look, the 8 knit stitches. Thank you for subscribe you here on my channel and don't lose the workshops. I will make these workshops this week, every day a little, so don't lose my workshops in live. Now I make 8 purl stitches, 8 puntos revés. Revés en español. Ah, du bist kleine. Danke schön, my dear Elizabeth. Vielen Dank. Look, knit and purl. Du schreibst super gut Deutsch. Das ist gut. Okay, we make the knit and pull stitches. Almost I want to finish to show you the size of our squares, okay? I make knit stitches. Eight knit and 8 pull. And look the difference you notice. And here with this little pattern, you can see if your work is loose, if it's tight. This is important with your yarn and the hook that you use. I will repeat this knit stitch and I will make the last 8 pull stitches, puntos revés en español. 8 en español, 8, 8. 8 varetas en relieve. 8 double crochet on relief. All is on relief. For this, we have the stitches like this. Look. It's very nice. Okay, almost I finish. And almost is more of 1 hour. Thank you. Vielen Dank, my dear Elizabeth. Dankeschön. Okay, to finish the row, we make the last pull stitch, yarn over, from the reverse to the front, again the yarn over, we bring the loop to the hook, yarn over, we pass for 2, yarn over, and we pass for 2. Perfecto. 2 chains like the first double crochet on relief, I make a blanket. And look, now we are for the front of the work. Look, the squares with the same stitches. Here I have 8 stitches in every square too. Look, is little with this hook number 5, but with the hook number 6 is perfecto. With this yarn is perfect, this work. Maybe I can use the number 7 too, for that is a little more loose. And now we can see how many centimeters we have. Here we have almost 7 centimeters of width of every square, and from long, almost, look, almost the same. Don't must be exactly, but it's the same. 7 centimeters of long. So here, for the front of the work, I can change the stitches. I will change now the squares. Look. Here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 rows. So every square will have 6 rows. Okay? So now when I find the knit stitch, I will make the purl stitch. How is the purl stitch? The first, the first chains are of the first stitch. So we go into the next. Yarn over from the reverse to the front and again to the reverse. Yarn over, we pass for the stitch and we make the double crochet. Again, the purl stitch from the reverse to the front, again to the reverse, and we make the double crochet. And ready. Now we change the stitches. I will make again 6 rows and we change the stitches every 6 rows. Where I find the knit, I will make the purl stitch. You can count always 2. The first chains are the first double crochet, 2, 4, 6, 8 double crochet. And always remember to change the stitches, always will be for the front of the work. To change the purl stitches is when I find the purl, I must make the knit. So the knit is from the front to the reverse and again to the front. This is easy. And now we change the stitches. I promise that this pattern will be this month here on my channel. Thank you, my dear friends, to write me. I will finish this and I will read your message. Thank you for your like too, and let me know if you want to see the workshops in live. Okay, now look, this is the purl and we make the knit stitches. And like this you will change. Here we will make again the purl and here we finish the row with the knit stitches. To finish this row with the knit stitches, here, by example, I find the last chains, you will insert for the front and you make the stitch like always. This is only to make the last knit stitches. Oh, I will finish this row better. Okay, what say Elizabeth? What are you making? One blanket. Hello, Memory Crochet. My best friend is Brazilian. I make it poncho for women, so I don't have any poncho design, so please, any design. You can watch on my Instagram, Maricita Colors, all my patterns that you can see the ponchos too. Thank you, my dear Rabicha. Okay, now I will finish this row. I think I passed the hour, so tomorrow we can continue with this pattern. So we make now over the knit, we make the purl stitches, okay? I think this blanket with this fantasy stitch is ideal, is super good in winter here in Europe or in America too. Look. Purl stitch, knit stitch, now purl stitch, because you can see these horizontal stitches, this line. And now we finish with the knit stitches. What says? I am Glenda from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Hola Glenda, thank you to be here. You can watch again this pattern, you can repeat it. This workshop in live will stay here. Now we make over the purl stitches, we make the knit stitches. At the end of this pattern, I will let you my blanket in knitting that I make the same with squares, but in knitting, I will let you on the comments and on the description box. Or you can find it here on my channel like Blanket Maricita. I have in crochet one simple model and one in knitting. Thank you to be here, and thank you to let me your like. Look how we finish the row. Here I make the last knit stitch, or the previous of the last, and here on the chains, I will make the knit stitch yarn over from the front to the reverse, the yarn over, and we pass the yarn to the stitch, through the stitch. Yarn over, we pass for 2, yarn over, and we pass for 2, and ready. 2 chains like the first over crochet, we turn the crocheted work, and look here, change the stitches. Here we made the knit, and now we make the purl. And here, where are the purl? I make the knit stitches. Purl, because you see this line horizontal. Here on my pattern, you can see 2. I have the same number of stitches here in the yellow, but I use the 4 millimeters needle. And look, it's more tight. If I want make with this yarn and the hook number 4 is I will need a lot of time and a lot of yarn. So it's better to make your pattern and remember to use the hook a little not so teeny, and you will have here. Look, it's very stretch. You can probier or you can try to with another number of hook filage, or maybe with 1.7 millimeters. Okay, chicas. Thank you to be here. Remember that this pattern I will have ready this week. So for this, subscribe you to watch my new pattern. It's a nice bag for cell phone. You make in circle, have knots used on the lateral, has knots used. We make from here in circles. This week, this new pattern is ready in Spanish. You can watch my channel in Spanish too, and you can change the subtitles. You can change maybe in your language. Now YouTube make this automatic. Okay, my dear friends, thank you very much. We are almost 71 minutes. Muchas gracias, my dear Prussian world. Vedam, my dear Carlita, Ethel, Audrey, Ravi Chandran, Elizabeth Edwards, vielen Dank. Thank you very much, my dear Memory, Glenda from Albuquerque. Muchas gracias. And we see us tomorrow in another workshop. We continue with this workshop tomorrow. Okay. In this same time, maybe 11 or 12 in the morning here in Germany. Muchas gracias, and we see us tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe you, activate the bell, and give one like to my video if you like. Muchas gracias y hasta la próxima. Chao, chao. Gracias, mis amigos.